Dear students, let us continue with optical fiber communication. Students, in yesterday's lecture, we studied the splicing technique and the connectors used to bind the two optical fibers with each other so as to increase the length of communication, length of optical fiber to cover a large distance between transmitter and that of receiver. Also, the splicing technique is used to create a permanent bond between light source and that of optical fiber and detector with the optical fiber at transmitter and receiving end respectively. This means that if the permanent bonding is necessary, then splicing technique is being used. Basically, four types of splicing techniques are adopted. One is a fusion splicing technique. Second one is a V-groove splicing technique. Next one is elastic splicing technique, and so on. By adapting any one of them, two optical fibers are permanently gets connected with each other. If we need temporary bonding or demountable bonding, where we have to connect and disconnect the fibers, the light source detectors several times for the different applications, under that particular condition, instead of using a splicing technique, connectors are being utilized. Dear students, all those aspects we have studied in the yesterday's lecture. Today we are going to study another part of the optical fiber communication, that is known as optical transmitter. At the beginning only, in the block diagram of optical fiber communication, we have studied that basically it consists of three parts. One is optical transmitter, second one is optical fiber, and third one is the receiver. Transmitter and receiver are connected with each other by means of an optical fiber through which the light radiations are propagating due to total internal reflection for which the optical fiber cable is being designed. We already studied the light sources which are used in transmitter, that is optical transmitter, that is a LED as a light source or laser diode as a light source. We are now going to study how LED is used to transmit the light radiation in the transmitter so as to launch the maximum optical power into the optical fiber. And the electronic circuit that launches the maximum optical light radiation in the optical fiber is referred as the optical transmitter. That's why we can say that optical transmitter is a device that launches maximum optical power from source into fiber and tail. So maximum amount of optical power should be launched into the optical fiber, and this launching of maximum optical power is going to depend upon numerical aperture. Numerical aperture of what? Numerical aperture of optical fiber. Then core size. What is the size of core? Then refractive index of core and cladding. Radiance means how much amount of power it is capable to handle. Then angular power distribution of the optical source. These characteristics of light source and optical fiber should be perfectly matched. Then and then only maximum optical power is going to be transmitted into the optical fiber. In practice, short length fiber attached with optimum power coupling configuration known as fly lead or pigtail to increase the coupling efficiency. Means short length fiber, if the distance between transmitter and receiver is less, then short length fiber is capable to carry the maximum optical light radiation from transmitter towards the receiver. And if such a short length power is attached with optimum power coupling device, that configuration is known as a fly lead or pigtail, which increases the coupling efficiency. Basically, the optical transmitter makes use of the transducer, driver circuit, then monitoring devices, light source, modulator, and attenuator if necessary. Dear students, the signal to be communicated in the form of electrical signal, it is given through the wire as a propagating media to the electronic processing circuit, which is the part of optical transmitter. Now, electrical processing circuit is that particular kind of a circuit that amplifies the electrical signal applied at its input to the required level. So basically we can say electronic processing circuit may be the amplifying device or amplifying circuit. Maybe this electrical signal is modulated in the processing circuit only. After amplification and modulation, the electrical signal to be communicated is given to the driving circuit. Driving circuit is capable to change the bias current of the optical source, that is the light source. That means here the modulation of the light radiation which is emitted from the light source, maybe it is LED or laser diode, that takes place. Dear students, as far as the driver circuit is there, its optical monitoring is being done. Means driver circuit is controlled by monitoring circuit, so that it is going to change the biasing current of light source. And temperature of the light source is maintained by temperature monitoring circuit with the help of cooler, so that the life of light source is going to increase. The efficiency of light source is going to increase. It is going to emit the light radiation at its output as per the driving circuit drives its biasing current. The light source used here might be LED or it is a laser diode. These light radiations may, if necessary, externally modulated. Means these light sources are detected, and after detection it is again converted into the light radiation. So this modulating device is a combination of detector and the light source. After that, to attenuate the unwanted signal in that, the attenuators are used, and then finally maximum optical power is going to be launched into the optical fiber with the optical interface by using the splicing technique or by using the connector technique. This launch optical power, that is a light radiation, will start propagating through the optical fiber continuously due to total internal reflection from this transmitter up to the receiver. Dear students, just for your revision we can say the optical transmitter consists of transducer. It is used to convert physical parameter into electrical signal. That converts the physical parameter into electrical signal. This electrical signal is amplified by the suitable amplifier. An amplified electrical signal is given to the driver circuit that drives the optical source like LED or laser diode. That converts input electrical signal into light radiation to launch the optical power into the optical fiber. In optical fiber, total internal reflection. Due to total internal reflection, it is guided to propagate up to detector, which is the part of receiver. The block diagram represented here consists of the processing unit, driver circuit, optical and temperature monitoring blocks, light source, modulator and attenuator if necessary. Dear students, please do remember this is the aspect of optical transmitter. This propagating energy from the optical fiber will going to reach to the receiver, and we are going to study optical receiver in the next period. Today we will stop here only.